transacting in the real world, they get benefits that they can take advantage of virtually. Now you kind of have this rinse and repeat cycle that is self-perpetuating. And I think that's kind of where we're headed.
And Terry, you agree that's a bi-directional kind of flow of goods coming from the virtual world to drive into real world establishments and going back the other way?
Yeah, so just a quick note on some of the metrics. For us, I think our advertisers are looking for, is this a new customer, right? If you're going to walk into the Home Depot today without me prompting you, why am I paying for that? So that's a big part of, is this a new customer? New might be a lapsed customer, right? So you shopped at Home Depot a year ago, you haven't been back. And then what's your average spend? In the food category, we're consistently about 50% above the average spend for that category. So, advertisers look at that and say, that's really interesting. You're sending me new customers and they're spending more. In terms of the bi-directional nature of this, most of what we do is take these very large audiences online and give them a reason to go buy a cup of coffee. But the platform works both ways. If you're spending $1,000 in a Kabam game, say, Dragons of Atlantis, why is Kabam not giving that individual a free burrito from Chipotle every month? Very simple. They just pay for that, right? Ideally, Chipotle is sponsoring that. They're like, well, this is someone maybe that I want, which is kind of the model that I think you guys have. But even if you were just as a developer to say, this individual is spending $1,000 a month, go to the store, swipe your card, and the burrito is on us. So we haven't done much of that to date. I think that's a trend that developers should watch as they try to get value out of it.
We've actually done that. One of the things that we tried as a pilot program that was really fascinating was that we built a companion app to our game. So our game, people play gambling games and that's loyalty currency, purchase rewards, and then we drive them back to these different casinos in Las Vegas. And so people would go back and get a free room at Bellagio. Now they're hanging out at Bellagio. Well, we had a companion app where people would go, let's say they went to the buffet, and printed at the bottom of the receipt was a QR code that said scan, spin, and win. And if they did, they'd get this game on their phone that was a wheel that was populated with rewards that were all geolocated to where they are. So they were all within walking distance. And they would spin the wheel and they'd get an outcome. And in most cases, what they were winning were virtual currency that would drive them back into our game. In some cases, they'd be winning rewards that they could take advantage of in that moment. But they loved it. They loved the fact that, here they were playing, when they were at home, and they enjoyed some benefit when they went to Vegas, and then when they were in Las Vegas transacting, they were getting these benefits they could then take full advantage of when they went home. So, that whole idea, that bi-directional nature of kind of connecting these rewards and consumers to, these activities that really should be related, and we think works.
So we're about out of time, but I think, Courtney, you guys have been on that bandwagon.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what we provide to all developers kind of the box. Not everyone has always enough scale to bring on these partners and to bring the exact context. But we also have a layer product where you can use Kiip to reward your own users, much like you want to give them currency in the app if they're hitting up levels or they're a really good customer. Could be physical goods, and what we've done over the years is we're really good at fulfillment. We have all different varieties of fulfillment. We're able to close the loop with a lot of partners to and complete that cycle. So when someone does get something and they go into the store, we can know the spend of that. And
the attribution in the real world.
And that's only going to get better, and it's only going to improve all these systems.
I think just the last thing before we wrap up, anybody want to make a prediction 5 years out, what percentage revenues for games these kind of rewards will be on a monthly basis? Or a mandated prediction before we leave, otherwise we stand out here in awkward silence.
Well, for a lot of apps that we're in, we're 100% growth. So not every...
So your prediction is 100%?
0% of my revenue.
0% for you, and then Terry?
I'm still